We are making a video, people. We are making a video. It's gonna be the first full-length thing of Project Prelude, and today we have ourselves the Amazon box. And there it is, people. This is a Vibrant Performance resonator. Bought this thing used because I'm cheap, and this thing is the only thing that'll actually fit on the Prelude, because the oval one that I found would hit the what do you call it, the heat shielding. It is the perfect size, I think. So let's go slap this on, and I'll show you guys the the custom exhaust setup. We also have an exhaust clamp here. As a beginner, guys, if you want to do this, or if you have welding experience, it's even better. But you will need a few clamps just to position your factory setup, because you have to match the piping and all that stuff. Just gotta go over here and take the thing, and of course take our res pipe, take our clamp, going to the garage. Of course, people realize that the resonator is a valuable piece to your exhaust setup, because it cancels any sort of drone if it's a good resonator. So any ear rape is going to be muffled down, at least to an acceptable level. So we will be setting up these quick jacks, and yeah, let me go unwrap this. So all right, let's take from the top, people. I'm the Slap channel here, and today we are going to be putting a res pipe on the Prelude. This car right here already comes with, well, I built it, the 3-inch exhaust pipe from Truebens, hooked up to a Vibrant Performance dual tip muffler. We have ourselves the Vibrant Performance straight 3-inch resonator, and we're going to be putting that in with an exhaust clamp. So we have one exhaust clamp right now, and then we have another one right here, both 3 inches, and they're just there to temporarily put the resonator on place. So to do the cutting, we're not using a jigsaw this time. By the way, I lack the physical strength to use that, so we're going to be using a jigsaw instead, because we want it to be a flush cut, and we don't want to be we don't want to be leaving too many bird edges. But let's go and lift up the Prelude. Hydraulic lines, people. Out of battery, seriously? Now the power unit is the muscle of this quick jack. It pumps in the ATF fluid. If you guys didn't see the short on this quick jack, this thing was fairly expensive, but it makes things a heck of a lot easier to do, man. Completely missed the mark on the passenger side. Give it a good shake for sense of security. I will suggest that any owner who is going to attempt this, along with your jacks or quick jack, you will always need a backup plan. So always put a set of jacks underneath, because you never know what's going to happen. Let's go, and I'll show you the process of how to put this res on. Okay, welcome to the I'm the Slap garage, and oh man, it's dusty and it's kind of hot right now. We have this res pipe here. We want to put this in, right? This will apply to anyone who's going to measure up their exhaust. You want to get a measuring tape. You should have a Sharpie that I do not have. So for this res pipe right here, we will want to take, let's see, a measurement of right here. Since this 3 inches, right, because remember your pipe diameter is inner diameter and outer diameter, that this part right here, this entire, what, say 2 inches worth, will need to be the inner diameter piping. So you do not want to cut an entire say, you don't want to cut an entire, 12 inches. You only want to cut what's here in the middle, where this connection ends right here and the resonator begins. You're going to measure from there, and you say we only have about 8 1/4 inch. So that 8 1/4 inch is what we're actually going to be cutting, because the original pipe that's already there will need to slot in here pretty deep actually. So we want that sort of pipe to slot into here, this end and this end. So just remember that, people, do not cut the entire length of this resonator unless, I don't know, you're gonna weld it on. But still, these connections are here for a reason, so you can weld around here, and then the pipe is just gonna also be an extra layer of support. So with that said, let's go and show you what I'm actually gonna do with this nifty pipe cutter setup, which you could actually find either on Amazon or your nearest local Harbor Freight, and these reusable zip ties, which can be reused. So here, just prep everything. We have our pipe cutters ready to go. You will need a little bit of muscle with this because it's a manual pipe cutter, and your actions are gonna be like this, this, this. You will see that just in a bit. We have ourselves an exhaust clamp. These are regular steel. They're probably going to rust off, but if you can get stainless steels, if you want something slightly a bit more permanent, temporary, you could also do that. I do plan to weld this, which will be featured in another video sometime soon. Now, this exhaust clamp will be the one like over this res pipe, because this will fit over the standard 3-inch pipe, and we will be clamping down on here so it stays in place and provides an adequate exhaust seal. Res pipe, 2 exhaust clamps, exhaust pipe cutter with some reusable zip ties. You'll also need a tape measure, and you will need a marking tool like a Sharpie. And of course, guys, like everything, safety first. You want to get yourselves a mask and or safety goggles, glasses, impact gun. So I'll put that down there as well. And you need a socket set, and you will need a piece of laying cardboard, and we are pretty much set to go. There's an earwig. Hold on. We'll also, I also forgot, I will need a set of clippers. Set of clippers, right? Good enough. Let's lay down, and here you guys can see my on the slab official handiwork. Temporary held in by zip ties that have already done themselves, what do you call it? Done themselves a use and actually fell off, most of them. It's a good thing we had this in place already. So since we don't have any use for these anymore, we will just cut them off. As you can see, guys, this was originally a 2-inch exhaust, so there had to be this what do you call it, flange here that was extremely hard to find. It's in the Prelude short about the exhaust system if you guys are doing a Prelude and you want to do something like this. But here is a 3-inch outer diameter. So if you have a 3-inch OD right here, and here's our 3-inch ID pipe. This 3-inch ID reaches all the way inside of here, so it can clamp down on both pipes. So what we want to do is have this small section right here not cut, so we can also have that section, that 3-inch outer diameter section bite down here, if that makes any sense. So what now we want to do is get ourselves the measuring tape, and we measured about 8 1/4 inch. Yeah, 8 1/4 inch for here. But let's see, okay, let's give ourselves that outer diameter pipe measure, which is approximately about 2 inches. So measure that down, roughly 2 inches right here. So then from there, we'll take that measurement of 8 1/4, and then we take that scribble down and mark it. Take a look here, see if those marks align. It doesn't show very well. Let me give you guys a better mark if it's straight up. There, you guys can see that mark up there and that mark down there. You want to take your res and see if that matches up well, which from there it actually matches up pretty well. We will be cutting that down, and there's no going back after this, guys, so make sure you know what you're getting. You want to make sure that you go straight back and forward to prevent any cross scoring. So basically right here, I just kind of gave up and decided to use a jigsaw instead, because it's much more time efficient. Ow, I scratched myself. Test it, this one right here. See now, people, the issue with... There goes my mechanic crawler. The issue with having a jigsaw around and doing this kind of stuff is that now these edges, which was the one thing I was trying to avoid with the one cutter, is kind of annoying to deal with. But, there. As you can see now, that is proper set on. Okay, now that's set up. Let me go back, shove the rest of the muffler back. Side note, I broke my AirPod Pros with the impact gun noises, so on the Slep channel would not be on the Slep channel without a exhaust test. Let's start her up. And of course, guys, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. That highway test will be coming up soon, right after I make another video on how to replace one of the Prelude's external oil lines. That's something that I have not seen before, so I might be the first person to do it. Who knows? So if you guys have any future suggestions for videos, that'll be extremely cool to see in the comments below. And this video will probably be uploaded to both I'm the Slep and DLT channel. End cards are here if you want to go check out both channels, you know, which one I already uploaded them on. And of course, like always, stay cool, and we'll see you again next time.